And we're recording.
Good morning, everyone.
Good night.
Good morning. Good night. Today we're not doing any fan fiction reading or games like we normally do.
No, today we have an extra special guest.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked he agreed to do this, to be quite honest with you.
Me too.
But we're really excited because this is like a really fun thing to do, have actual guests and not hear myself talk all the fucking time. Do you want to introduce him or should I? We probably should have talked about that before we started recording, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
it's JuliusJoestar, everybody. Welcome.
Hello, how's it going, guys? I'm glad to be here. This is a fun experience so far.
Cosplayer extraordinaire and musician.
Yeah, and
yeah.
If you listen to our last episode, you know Ruby's gonna steal his Roderick crown.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh man, it's gonna be that's a pretty hard throne to take, man. I'll defend that one tooth and nail. It's my only claim to relevance at this point.
I see. This last episode we were joking about because we did another Roderick fan fiction reading episode because those are kind of our favorites because the trash fire is real.
Oh boy!
And I was like, I'm gonna do because I'm getting into drag, and I was like, I'm gonna do Roderick Heffley drag, and she was like, you should totally do it. And I was like, yeah, I'm totally going to take Julius's throne.
How does Roderick Heffley drag work if he's a male?
Well, that's what drag is. Well...
Oh, it's drag is just...
Yeah,
it's just gender bending a cosplay. Okay, well, you see, when I think of drag, I have the old-fashioned... I think of, like, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Don't get her started.
I feel like I've opened a can of worms.
No, so like there's drag queens and there's drag kings. So drag kings are the masculine side of drag, and drag queens are the feminine.
Okay.
So I would be cosplaying a dude as performing as a dude. I guess that's what you would say. But I would need a wig and other stuff for that, and I'm a little too lazy.
Yeah. You see, I was just lucky that I just happened to have the right length hair, because if I didn't have the right length of hair, I just wouldn't have done it, and I wouldn't be where I am right now.
I feel that. How did you get into cosplay, specifically Roderick cosplay?
Specifically Roderick cosplay? Well, pretty much what it was is it was a cosplay that I did out of spite, because up to the point that I started doing it on TikTok, I was making like marching band content and stuff like that, because I'm a nerd, right? I almost cursed. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but
the show is called Fan Fucked. I think you can curse.
Oh yeah,
bro.
I forgot about the title of the show. But yeah, no, I was a fucking nerd, right? So I was posting band content, and people kept commenting, "You look like Roderick Heffley." And of course I knew who Roderick Heffley was. I grew up on the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, and especially like the first couple of movies. So I kept getting commented on my page, and I was like, okay, fine. Fuck it. I'll just dress up as him for a couple of videos just to be like, haha, look guys, I understand now. Stop making the joke. And then my first video that I made with him got 300,000 views. And I was like, oh, so this is something, there's a market for this. And I looked into it a little bit, and I was like, there's no one else doing Roderick cosplay. I'm like, it would only be me. I would have the market cornered. So I started doing it. And then like, before I knew it, like my page started growing super fast. Like I was like, over the course of like 3 months, I went from having less than 10K to having 65K. It was weird. Like it was weird to be booming in popularity like that. And then with that, I kind of saw a growth in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid fandom on TikTok. Like I saw people starting to come out of the shadows and make Diary of a Wimpy Kid videos. And I was like, I feel like I did that.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I totally, so I found you on TikTok because of your Roderick stuff. And then I followed you and you made a TikTok that was like, I fucking hate this, bro. Or not that exactly, but like, and I was like, I feel that because I wrote during the hashtag not my Roderick like craze. I wrote fan fiction for it. The podcast knows this. I'm reiterating, but I wrote it and then I got stuck with that brand as a writer. Like, I'm still stuck with it. I still get people that are like, when are you updating your Roderick thing? And I'm like, never.
Yeah, no, not a day goes by where I don't get at least one comment asking me to bring back the Roderick cosplay. And like, I had fun with it for a while I was getting the positive feedback for it. Right. And like, of course I was getting like the, oh, not my Roderick comments, which like is to go to anyone that isn't Devin Bostic. God bless that man. But I've eventually I got bored of it and I was like, okay, what other cosplays can I do so that I don't like burn out, right? And I moved over to JD because I'm like, what else has a rabid fan base? Heathers. So I was like, okay, I'll cosplay JD, and that did not get any support. Like I think I've yet to have a JD video get over 10,000 views.
You know what? I supported it.
And I appreciate that.
I saw one of your Rodericks on my For You page. I was like, oh, look at his page, whatever. And I was like, oh, he can do JD. He has range. Let me just follow him.
Yeah, no,
range.
JD personally was probably one of my favorite cosplays. I know that like the stereotype for cosplayers is like that they're all feral and that they're like all insane, right? And like JD like just kind of allowed me to play into that because like at least like second half of the movie, second act of play or whatever for JD, like he's definitely just absolutely going insane. So I got to just be expressive as all hell and it was fun. But I wasn't getting the support for it, so I recently retired the cosplay because I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna keep putting effort into this if it's not gonna get me anything.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. The feral thing, because I do like a female version of Henry Bowers from It, and it is so fun to just go nuts and make faces at the camera and hold up my fake aluminum foil knife that I made because you can't have knives on TikTok.
I remember.
It's so fun.
TikTok is so weird. Like TikTok is so weird about that stuff because like I remember one time like it was a JD video. I did a duet with Foxberry Cosplay who inspired me to do the JD cosplay because like I saw her Veronica and I was like I need to duet that. But and I got into it and like I had like a fake cigarette in one. Like it didn't even look like a cigarette. It was like a felt tip eyeliner. Right? It was and like it just happened to be white and then TikTok took it down and I was like, well
what? I had so I have a post up that it was duetting someone. I forgot their TikTok name. Let me pull it up so I credit them properly. But they were talking about how punk Nazis try to be a part of like punk culture and stuff like that.
Oh.
And we were like, yeah, no, because skinheads, that's what they were talking about.
I have some strong opinions about that.
S8.Jude, who's a punk TikToker. And we were talking about how skinheads are not exclusive to Nazis because the Nazis took it from punk culture. And it got taken down.
See, I didn't know that.
The only reason
probably
I know
because
is
you mentioned Nazis.
Well, that's what. But the original didn't get taken down. Only my duet did.
Probably because you said Nazis in it.
Yeah.
You can't say Nazi on TikTok.
Yeah.
It got taken down, and I appealed it because I was like, hi, hello, fuck off. And it got put back on, but I was just like, I'm sorry, you can't censor Nazi.
Yeah.
Well, but they do. It doesn't stop them.
They do that. I think they've taken down a video for saying dictator.
Oh yeah. They take down videos that like say Adolf Hitler or Joseph Stalin, like anything, like if you mention somebody who committed any mass atrocity, like it takes down the video. And like I've read through their terms and services, it says not to get political on the account, which I looked at and like it surprised me because like there's all of these political quote unquote hype houses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot, especially conservative ones that kind of spout those things all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I personally think that politics don't belong on TikTok. because, it's an app where people are having fun. Like, if you think that you making a 15-second video dissing on someone else is going to make any sort of change, there's a chance that it might, but like the odds are stacked against you.
And it's also not the right platform for that kind of talk.
Yeah, put it on Instagram, put it on YouTube, put it on Twitter. All right.
Yeah.
TikTok isn't really the place for it. And like I'm part of a hype house that a lot of people would consider political, but I don't really. Like, it's the simp hype house, and like it's an ironic name because like basically we're just like, hey, be nice to each other, be nice to women, be nice to disenfranchised groups, just like don't be a dick. And everybody's like, can't believe that there's more politics on TikTok. It's like, this isn't politics. This is just human decency.
I love that, like, some people think that human decency and, like, being nice to each other is a political statement.
Yeah.
Love that.
Human decency and respect for one another should be bipartisan, and I will live and die by that.
Go off.
Anyways.
Amen.
Anyway, digressed. That is
Roderick fan
cosplayer
fiction.
Roderick related. Yeah. Yes. Much more serious topic.
Yeah.
Devin Bostic, you mean my dad?
Devin Bostic, you mean how we met?
Yeah, that's literally how Gina and I met. We were like, Devin Bostic's hot, right? She was like, yeah. And we're like, great. Friendship for life.
Friendship for 3 years now.
Have you guys watched The 100? It's.
You
I'm
opened
assuming.
worms.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I assume you have because any self-respecting Devin Bostic fan has.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a good show. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's a good show.
It had me until. Okay, have you watched all of it?
No, I just started it.
Okay, shut up.
All right, I'm not gonna spoil anything for
No.
you.
Like I 3 episodes in.
Okay.
Okay.
We're definitely not going to talk about it then, because we will give you mega spoilers for every season.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Okay, we'll do.
I'd rather that not be what happens.
Let's just talk about how much Jasper is the best.
Yes.
Oh yeah, 100%. I love him. Best boy.
Best boy, good
Best.
boy, chef's kiss boy.
Boy, I will go feral for.
Yes. Yes.
Have you seen... Gina, did you ever watch Tuscaloosa?
I told you when Tuscaloosa was out.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
What you did? I was giving you commentary about it.
You're right. I forgot. Have you seen Tuscaloosa?
I have not.
It's I think it's only on. You have to buy it on Amazon, but you could also pirate it.
What pirate? I would never do that. Just send me a torrent
Don't.
link.
Don't pirate. That's bad.
That's illegal.
Yeah, and definitely don't send me a torrent link once we're done recording.
Oh, we definitely won't do that.
But it's so I found out that Devin Bostic was in it and recording it like a long ass time ago, like years ago. And there's a book based on it, and the book is really good. I was like, I gotta read the book. And I read
Devin Bostic wasn't in the book, so you had to throw it away.
She had the visual. She could.
Right, yeah, yes. I imagine Devin Bostic was there. But anyways, yeah, highly recommend it. It's like one of the first movies I've seen where he's a leading role.
Yeah.
Talking about his breakout role was Diary of a Wimpy Kid as the leading actor of Roderick Heffley, because you cannot convince me that Roderick Heffley wasn't the star of that show. Screw Greg Heffley. Nobody cares about him. Who's that? Who's she?
No one likes
All
that
right.
little sociopath.
On God.
Yeah.
Fuck Greg Heffley. All my homies hate Greg Heffley.
My friendship with Greg Heffley, I'm best friends with Roderick now.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that guy. But okay. I know what I was trying to think about. We wanted to talk to you about your JuliusJoestar cosplay.
Oh yes. Oh man, probably like my second favorite cosplay that I've ever done. Only the pain in the ass to put on the makeup.
Oh my god, people go so hard for JuliusJoestar makeup. It's insane. Because the anime is batshit.
Yeah. Yeah. The anime's this is my favorite show I've ever watched.
Mm.
I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Granted, I'm only on part 3, so the Joe Bros, if any, that are listening, are probably gonna skewer me if I get anything wrong. But yeah, my JuliusJoestar cosplay was kind of what inspired my TikTok username. If that wasn't obvious
already, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, my husband is hyper fixated on it, and I'm not gonna lie.
Your husband has good taste.
Yes, he does. However, I'm not gonna lie. I hate the show, but.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be taking over the podcast from here. Your
Guys,
services are.
Ruby is fired.
Yeah. I'm. Little did you know that you invited on your successor.
Mm.
When you guys introduced me, I initially was like, I should play a bit where like I'm actually like a host, one of the hosts of this show, and like my mic has just been muted this whole time. Like they just keep forgetting to add my audio in.
Yeah, we put none of your social media links in the description.
Yeah, you guys are just like, fuck this guy.
We just forget about our third co-host all the time.
Yeah, no, you guys are just like, screw him, man. He's gonna steal the show. That's what'll.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Ruby, I'm sorry to tell you, this is now going to be a podcast where Julius and I talk about The 100 as he watches it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your mic's gonna be muted now.
Oh no! Shit. Anyways.
We're also renaming it from Fanfuck to Suffering Crew.
Yes.
We should just rename it that anyhow.
I am the suffering, and you guys are the crew.
No, we're all suffering together because we watched the show.
Oh.
We watched the
Wait, what happens
watch
in
the show? You like to suffer.
Why am I going to be suffering?
Enjoy season 1 because that's the happy season.
Okay.
After
that, stop it. Quit bullying him.
I'm just letting him know what's coming. It's a lie.
Anyways, Joestar, I appreciate the art and I love the soundtrack. But for some reason,
the soundtrack slaps.
Chef's Kiss. It's amazing. And also I do appreciate the fact that like all the stands are like 80s musical references.
Wait a second. Stands. Did you not watch parts 1 and 2? Or are you just referring only to part 3 on? Are you a part skipper?
No, I don't watch it at all. I just retain what my husband says.
Oh.
And I've seen like a couple of episodes. So I've seen like a couple
so you've skipped every part.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what's happening, but I'm not entirely sure anyone who's actually following it does either.
I mean, I kind of understand, but like the family tree's kind of fucked.
Oh yeah, it's like totally. I think that's the other thing why I can't get into it is I'm like, I don't know what's happening, and also it makes my monkey ooga booga brain go, I am under attack.
Yeah, no, it definitely activates the fight or flight response. I almost said the flight or flight response. The only option is to run. I'm gonna start using that saying exclusively now. I'm glad that I just let that slip.
My flight or
flight. The only option is to run.
My flight or flight response triggers when all these little kids are duetting my TikToks.
Dude, okay. So speaking of little kids on TikTok, that's a bad way to segue. I apologize. I promise this isn't going anywhere that's like bad about me. All right. So like this is just kind of like a tangent. But the other day, like we were talking about like get our TikToks that got taken down. The other day I duetted this guy who was like showing how to like make handcuffs out of a belt, and I think you can figure out what that's for, right?
Yeah.
I saw that one.
And I duetted it, and I was like, silly goose, belts go on the waist, and he took it way too hard to heart, right? Like he like this was like, it's like, well, TikTok's actually an adults app. And I was like, what? So I made I made a video response to his comment showing just like the App Store listing that says 12 plus. And then he was like, well, according to this, it says it's an adult app. And I looked at it and it said it said verbatim, TikTok is meant for 13 years and older. And I made a video comment with that, and I was like, dude, your own source literally disproves your own claim. And then this guy did like a 5-hour long live stream ranting about me. Like dead. And he sent his followers after me, and he accused me of like chasing his clout. Keep in mind, like, I don't bring up like follower differences in discussions unless someone else brings them up first. But he was like, you're trying to get my clout. I said, you're 33,000 followers compared to my 126,000. It's like, I don't see how that adds up. And like, keep in mind, I don't usually use those numbers to bicker, because I think it's stupid to try and shut down someone's opinion because of follower count. But like, if you bring it up first, I'm gonna be like, okay, no. Yeah. But and then his fans came after me. One of them duetted my video and tried to call me the derogatory C word that I won't say out of respect for people. He tried to call me that, but spelled it wrong. So I just he spelled okay. So you know how like on shows when it like shortens the word continue to just like CONT, that's how he spelled it. I was like, how did you?
Your account.
Yeah. So I made a. And so I was like, I explained my point, stay mad, and I also put down in the caption, take a spelling class, because like, if you're gonna insult me, do it right? Like, if you're gonna call me something, like, at least spell it right. I'd have a lot more respect for you if you did.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I'm but like, that's not something to use in an argument. If you're trying to make a point, you're gonna get clowned on. Yeah.
Yikes-a-roni, my guy.
And like,
anyway, but then you go and you spell it wrong, like.
Yeah, and like, I'm assuming like he's from Europe, because that's where the guy that I initially duetted is from, and yeah, but like this guy, like, the videos he made about me, calling me a clout chaser, got more views and more comments than all of his other videos combined. I kid you not. It was a fantastic feeling to glance at his account before I blocked him, because I'm not going to deal with that shit. It was funny for me. You guys can stay. Well, I'm just done interacting, right? Which they probably used as like, oh, look, we defeated him. But like, I looked at it, and like, the videos he made about me had like close to 400 views a piece, and like, all of his other ones were like below 100. Yikes. So I'm like, I see this as a win for me.
Nice.
And like, all of his videos had more comments than they did likes, and all of them were just like my followers being like, listen here, man.
There was on the same post, the skinhead one.
Yeah.
Someone said something along the lines of, how can you be eat the rich when the majority of rich are Jewish people? My mom's Jewish. So I was like, first of all, no one said anything about eat the rich or explicitly Jewish people. And second of all, no, what he said was you can't be punk and also Jewish, because being punk equals eat the rich, and the rich are Jews.
I have a couple of comments on that. First thing, reach. Second of all,
drag him.
Second of all, there was another group of people back in like the 40s who said that Jewish people didn't belong in a community. Their leader looked dumb. He had a tiny little stupid mustache.
Yeah, what was his name? I forgot.
Yeah, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Santa's the lead of Santa's sleigh was an anti-Semite. Title of the episode, by the way, Rudolph is an anti-Semite. He's an anti-Semite. Semite?
Anti-Semite, you're right. Oh my god, that's fucking funny. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, fuck off. So I said something like, hi, I'm Jewish and also a punk, so you're wrong. And B, like, and then, so I said I'm Jewish and a punk, so no. And then other people were like, listen here, you fucking moron.
At him or at you?
Attack.
At him.
He's coming for you.
So first of all, I was like, so his account, I mean, you can look it up, but his account description, first of all, he does this on TikTok, is make political accusations and think he's funny.
I fucking hate those people, man. Like, if your entire personality is, oh, look at me, I disagree with this person, you're just as bad as the people that you're disagreeing with.
Yeah. And second of all, his TikTok description says, incel CEO.
That, I mean, that's probably ironic, but like it would be an interesting thing to bring up while insulting him. Kind of like how.
Is it ironic though?
I mean,
if you have
like,
that attitude, it's like funny if you're being ironic, but is it ironic if you are actually an incel?
It's not really dramatic irony, but it's like inverse dramatic irony where he thinks that it's irony, but everyone around him with half of a brain cell realizes that that's just the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope that made sense.
It did.
No, you're good.
I'm not good with. I almost failed the irony unit in ELA. Yeah.
I see.
Another fun fact: I never learned the difference between adverbs, verbs, and adjectives.
I mean,
I'd be a terrible story writer.
Listen, I'm a writer and I forget. Like, I know how to use it. I know what they are, but someone's like, what's an adjective? And I'm like, and then like dial tone is just going off in my brain.
I'm just really bad at Mad Libs.
Damn it! Now we can't play Diary of a Wimpy Kid Mad Libs later.
Damn it!
Ah, shit.
I'm gonna surprise you.
This is like has a handful of like Diary of a Wimpy Kid Mad Libs
right here.
Slowly.
all of my answers are just gonna be Roderick.
Ah, yes. We were talking.
Another funny thing like that came with the Roderick stuff. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. My bad.
No, you're good. Go for it.
But another funny thing that came from the Roderick cosplay was like people trying to like expose me. They were like, "You're not Roderick. Stop pretending that you're him." I'm like, "Can you not read the tags?" The tags say the tags say cosplay, and like they would, and like whenever they would spell Roderick, like in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid sense, whenever they would spell it with like D-E-R, I would always clown them. I'd be like, I don't know any character named Roderick.
You're not like Roderick. I love that.
It's like, you're not Roderick. Stop trying. And like recently I made a video because someone commented that when I brought the Roderick cosplay back temporarily, someone was like, you're not Roderick. Stop. And I just, and I put the mic, my phone mic in my mouth and I just go, no. And it just clicks all shit, but it gets the point across. It sounds like this. Like it was like, it's like, stop pretending to be Roderick. We all know you're not him. No.
Do they mean Devin Bostic? Or like
I don't know.
Because
that's the thing.
Don't look like Devin Bostic.
Yeah, it's like and like if you were to do a Google search, like, oh, his name isn't JuliusJoestar. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Devin Bostic were to get a TikTok and start doing Roderick cosplays, my career would be over.
I want it so bad.
I would love that.
Okay, but I hope you understand that if he were to do that, that would put me out of business.
But what if he duetted you?
Okay, if he duetted me, that might help a little bit, but like it would be very short-lived because everybody would see the duet and be like, holy shit, it's Devin Bostic.
Okay,
and then my name would be brought up later and they would be like, who the fuck is Julius? Like we don't stan him, we only stan our King Devon.
Oh no, it looks like you'll have to rely on your music career.
Yeah.
That's a funny joke. My music career isn't doing as well as I was hoping it would. Like there's no translation from TikTok to any media. There's absolutely no translation. Like I tried to get a YouTube channel started, and like I have like 400 subscribers. It's a decent amount, more than I was ever able to garner on my own pre-Roderick. Mm-hmm. But my music, like I look at the Spotify streams, and it's like, this is pathetic, and I'm like losing followers on Instagram by the day because like it's not TikTok, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. People realize that I'm not like actually that character all the time. They're like, oh, he's a band kid.
So you would be mean to Greg on an Instagram live.
I don't even know anyone named Greg.
Every Greg I ever knew was in high school, and they were that theater kid that was trying to like get in with all the girls.
Speaking of theater kids, there's this kid at my school who like dead ass messaged me, and he was like, you better watch, like dead serious, like messaged me. I was like, you better watch out. I'm coming for the most popular TikTok spot from our school. And I said, go for it, man. Please take it away from me. I would like to see you try. Please do it.
So Gina and I were both, oh my God. Okay, no, wait. I cosplay Greg, you cosplay Rally, Gina.
Yes.
Even though I
will happily recreate that video from Roderick Rules where he sits on the tinfoil ball.
Yes.
I'll sit on it.
Oh man, that was the most painful scene I've ever watched.
Show him the glasses.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you've seen.
Do I have to turn on my video for this?
No, you just. Can you see my screen?
1 second. My phone was in my pocket, so I have to turn my phone back on.
Oh, I see.
All right.
It's kind of blurry on mine, but he might be able to see it. I don't know.
I used to own a pair of glasses like that.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I was one of those kids in middle school who would like wear the glasses with like fake lenses in them because I was like, look at me, I'm quirky.
I see.
I have had a redemption arc. Don't worry.
I've had a redemption arc.
I had to straight up delete my my old Facebook page because I was looking through it and I was like, this is cringe as shit. I'm like, I can't have anyone ever seeing this.
Oh, I've totally had to do that for my Insta page. I'm like, this is garbage, and then like I'll delete something.
Yeah. No,
I don't really do that with Instagram posts, but like I archive Instagram posts just for the sake of keeping everything like concise. Like, this is where I'm at now. You have no you don't need to know where I was in the past. That's none of your business. But yeah, my biggest cringe spot was Facebook. 100%. That shit was awful. It was a dumpster fire.
Yeah, the only reason I have Facebook is so my aunt can randomly message me or something like that. Like, all I have is like old family members.
The only reason I still have it is because I'm too lazy to delete it.
Honestly, that's how I was for a long time. Speaking of cringy social media, I used to have a Wattpad, and I'm surprised nobody's found that yet.
Damn it! We should have found it!
God.
You wouldn't have been... I mean, to find it, you would have had to know my actual last name, which I haven't really advertised.
Ooh.
Like,
yikes.
So you know what? Here, I'll give anyone listening a hint. Like, if anyone can find my Wattpad online with just like this hint, I'll give them just like a shout out on every social media I have. Right? This includes you guys, by the way. So like, I'll give you a hint. I once wrote like, you'll know it's my page because I wrote a tribute to Prince after he died. So, and it was like one of the ranked nonfiction books at the time.
Oh, let's bust it out! It's Sherlock time.
And
I'm gonna push up my glasses. Hold on.
Yeah,
Was it
contacts further into my eye?
Was it When Doves Cry? Let's see. There's a couple.
This is gonna be entertaining. I didn't know that you guys would do this right now.
You're gonna give us incentive? We're gonna do it.
I mean, like there, and like I wrote another. I had like I wasn't using Wattpad to write fan fiction. I mean, I used it to read fan fiction, but I didn't use it to write fan fiction. I used it mostly because I was writing a book at the time, and if you find the right page, there should be a book with a cover that like, and the person on the cover should like resemble me.
Okay. I just searched Prince like an idiot because I forgot how stupid Wattpad filters are because I'm AO3 trash where filters are nice. But this is the second thing that comes up.
Wait a second. What?
It's called,
say it out loud.
It's called Fuck Me. Mindless behavior, rated R, imagines.
I hate this.
That, I mean, what do you mean you hate it? You made a podcast around this sort of shit.
Damn.
I've been read.
That's like me like posting about hating the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. It's like, that may be true, but tough shit because that's what I built my platform on.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the hill I chose to die on.
You brought it up earlier how you said like TikTok was kind of like a breeding ground for Diary of a Wimpy Kid memes again. It's Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Glee. That's it.
Yeah. I haven't seen any Glee stuff, but now that I say that, my the internal algorithm in my phone was probably like,
yeah, it heard you.
It's like
me. It said, "Shit, let me send this boy some Blaine Anderson."
I remember when Glee first came out. I remember when it was on Hulu, and I remember being like, it's about high school. I was like 8th grade, and I was like, it's about high school. I want to watch that.
Dude,
and
I wish my high school experience would have been like how Glee is.
Same.
Honest to God, I wish that was how my high school experience went, because then it would have been much more enjoyable.
And you also would have had crazy adventures.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have, because I wouldn't have been in the Glee Club, because I can't sing. But, or at least not like that. I can sing, but I can't sing like that.
You can be one of the kids who they get to go to a competition because they need 12, so you'll just be swaying in the back.
Yeah, no, I would be the equivalent of like one of those 80s disco bands where like it's just the guy with the tambourine.
It's the dancer of the band.
He's
not even the dance. They shouldn't trust me with dancer of the band either. They should just the tambourine. Only trust me with the tambourine. Like, tell me to sit down while I'm doing it.
I would give anything to see you interact with the Glee characters if they were real.
I feel like it would be a fantastic experience.
To see how long it would take for you to want to punch Rachel Berry in the face.
Oh, it would take me literally 10 minutes. Like, if even, it would take me maybe 10 minutes. Like, that's a maximum.
Max.
Same, bro.
I'm rewatching it right now, and I created, like, my own language because I'm analyzing every time, like, oh, this happens. And one of those things is every time I want to punch Rachel Berry in the face. It's a high tally.
If I had a nickel for every time I wanted to punch Rachel Berry in the face, Jeff Bezos would no longer be the richest man in the world.
No, he would not. Okay, I just got back into season 2, but the season 1 count, there's 22 episodes in season 1. I wanted to punch her in the face 11 times. In 22 episodes.
Only 11?
Only 11, I know. She's all it
takes for me is to just see her.
Yeah.
If I were to see her in real life, it would be on site, hands thrown. Equal rights means equal responsibility, and it's her responsibility to catch these MF hands.
These hands bisexual.
They are. These hands rated E for everyone.
But yeah,
are you blind? Well, you're not about to be, because you're going to see these MF hands.
Talk shit, get hit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Are you still looking?
Huh?
Are you still looking for it? Because I just stopped.
Looking for what?
Looking for his Wattpad.
Oh no, I stopped.
Well, I mean, like another hint, because eventually I feel like someone's gonna hear this and be like, "Oh, I want to find that so that I can get a shout out from him." I'll just drop one more. The name of the account like relates heavily to like the first name of the account relates to my. To see it, you would understand. Like when you see it, you'll understand. Sorry, where did I cut out at?
You cut out right before you said it. It was like it's related to.
It's related to my name in real life. If when you see it, you'll understand it because like my name goes perfectly with the name that I put up on Wattpad.
Oh, I think I found it.
Say it out loud. Don't be shy.
Did you find it?
It just says Julius.
Julius. I don't think Julius is in my name anywhere.
Then there is someone on Wattpad named Julius, and the tag is @CaesarB. And Green Day is their background and their profile picture.
That's scary.
I mean that's some good taste. It's a fantastic band.
How does it feel to be people's Instagram icons?
Oh, me?
Yeah, because you are.
Am I really?
Yeah, okay, so I will follow you after this, I promise, but I don't follow you on Instagram at this current moment.
That's a sin. I shouldn't have come onto the podcast.
I'm sorry.
God damn it, Gina.
I'm ending the call right now.
Damn it. But I was like, oh, well, okay, I don't know why he said yes to Ruby's message, but he did, so maybe he somehow found my Instagram, whatever. I was like, it's a weird picture for a profile, but okay, because I didn't see the username. It's a Devin fan account, and this is their profile picture.
Wait a second, I need to open up my phone to look, don't I?
Yeah, sorry.
You see, every time I'm done with my phone, I just put it right back in my pocket. I think I'm just going to start holding it. All right, let me see that. Picture. That's fucking me.
It looks like a mugshot.
Yikes.
Like, they took the weirdest screenshot from one of your TikToks. I mean, okay, not the weirdest, but one of the, like...
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, that's a pretty high bar to jump, you sure?
Okay, most deadpan screenshot.
Okay, but, like, let's be honest. It's attractive, just like all my other pictures. You don't have to agree, but, like, I agree. So that's
I said, oh my, because I didn't see their bio at all. So it's your picture, right?
Yes.
And then they said, perfectionally dyslexic.
Please tell me they spelled one of
it says abortion service.
Fantastic. Honestly, women. This is what happens. Women see me and like the baby just disappears. That's what happens. So because they see me and they're like, I want that one as my mate. So I'm gonna get rid of this one, and it just like it disappears. Like you know in Infinity War when Thanos snapped, that's what happens.
Jesus.
Oh some of these quotes from this podcast I can already tell are gonna come back and absolutely get me canceled. But you know, I'm
hashtag Julius is over party.
Have you seen do you know the H3H3 podcast?
Yes, I do.
Have you seen that clip of their interview with Post Malone and Joji is in the background and they're saying something about how women are physically meant to be dominated, and then it like pans back and Joji's like sitting on the couch in the background and his face is all scrunched up and he's like
Yeah.
I haven't seen the clip. But that description, you know what it reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of Owen during Everyday press tours where he's sitting there like, I have to sell this terrible movie. How am I going to sell this terrible movie?
Do you know who we're talking about when we say Owen?
I'm going to pretend like I do for the sake of the podcast.
I see. His name is Owen Teague, and he's an actor that we both follow. He's Patrick from It.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Long man.
Long, very, very long man.
Long
looking man. I am Muppet.
I'm assuming long in more ways than one. I didn't say anything. I'm straight. I just feel the need to put that out there. I feel the need to put that out there.
I see.
I wanted to know if you were aware that you were people's Instagram icons because I thought it was.
I was not until just now.
All right. Yeah. XX_Ashton.edits with a Z _XX. He now knows your existence.
That's fantastic. I love that.
Yeah.
Actually, that name sounds familiar. I think they DM'd me one time. Like I kind of like have a mental like I can kind of recall names that I recognize from like people who have DM'd me, and I'm pretty sure she's one of the ones that have DM'd me before.
Ooh.
I'm not, and I don't think her icon was me at that point because I think I would have noticed.
Yeah, if you were just there like.
Gina, I have the video that I was talking about.
What
the
video?
Joji cringing in the background.
Oh, okay.
It's just a screenshot from it.
Okay.
But this is what I'm talking about. I fucking love that podcast.
That's
so
amazing.
Much. Did you see that?
The podcast is great.
Oh.
Have you seen that people... Gina, do you know who Filthy Frank is?
Yeah.
And
it's
you know...
Filthy Frank, motherfuckers. It's Filthy Frank, bitch.
So some assholes are trying to cancel Joji because they found out
it's all K-pop stans. It's literally all K-pop stans. Like, is that surprising?
Of over parties are from K-pop stans to promote their fan cams. Literally the other day, I don't remember who it was, but it was somebody, and literally it said related things. K-pop. Like, it said K-pop and then hashtag blah blah blah's over party. I was like, y'all can call us locals all you want, but there's a reason we don't like you.
Honestly, I'm gonna put this out there. I tried to get into K-pop, but like I never understood the hype behind it. I understand being able to vibe with music that's not in your language because music is a universal language. But like I just don't like pop music. So it was doomed from the start.
There's only like 2 K-pop stans I know that aren't really aggressive about it, and they're like close friends and also sane.
I know a single K-pop stan that doesn't absolutely get on my nerves. Shout out to you, Tresden. Because they're gonna see it. Because once you put up this episode, I'm gonna promote the hell out of it. Because I'm on it.
Sick.
I'll be ready for all the subscriber emails.
Oh no, we're gonna get canceled now because of you. Great.
Fantastic. Oh, no. I'm glad I was able to sink the ship.
They're gonna find that Jasper joke I made last episode.
The Jasper joke?
The Jasper joke. Where I said, this is why we stand Jasper Jordan.
I don't remember that, but I'm sure it was filthy.
I'm not gonna say why because it'll spoil stuff, but
don't spoil things.
Not gonna do that. There's that.
So for your own sake, we would recommend not listening to any of our
because they're
Roderick,
bad.
Devin.
Okay, the last one isn't bad. The newer one isn't bad, but don't listen to the first one.
No,
all right, 100%. I won't. I promise.
Just because you're gonna get the whole damn show spoiled for you.
All right, I promise that I won't. I promise that I won't.
Honestly, though, when don't we bring up Jasper? We bring up Jasper in non-Devin related episodes too. So
right, just skip forward.
Yeah,
ignore
Maybe
us.
Just wait until you catch up with the show.
Yeah, just catch up with the podcast once I catch up with the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 7 is coming out Tuesday. I'm not going to say it.
I'm going to have to binge watch all 6 seasons so that I can be ready on Tuesday.
Aha.
Yeah. Honestly, that'd be quite the feat.
I'll keep you updated. I'll send you a message, Ruby, if I'm able to succeed.
Sounds good.
I'm on episode 7. What the hell?
I'm on season 2. What the fuck is happening?
I
just got to season 4. Why?
It's gonna be like a book report at the very end. I'm gonna author's purpose and theme.
Yeah. You have to write a hook.
You have to make a TikTok ranking every 100 character.
I can do that. I think we all know who's gonna be at the top.
Gee, I wonder. Huh. It's not like I have a picture of him over there or anything.
Weird flex, but okay. There's a reference I bet you weren't ready to hear.
I mean, we still make Vine references sometimes, so it's fine.
Road work ahead. I sure hope it does.
Sure it does. Yeah, no. I keep falling down. So I've been hyperfixating on My Hero Academia.
I love that show. I'm actually working on a bunch of cosplays from that show, literally like today and as of recent.
Who are you
That
cosplaying?
just made her day.
Okay, so the first cosplay that I'm working on is Eraserhead. So, like, I'm growing my hair out for that.
Boy!
Fantastic. How convenient is that? I'm going to end up on the podcast again in the future, but to talk about My Hero Academia. And then the other one, where are you in the show?
Oh, I'm like all caught up. I'm all caught up in the anime, and I'm going to start the manga.
Okay, I'm not reading the manga because like I don't read. I haven't read for enjoyment in literally like 4 years.
What up, Jared? I'm 19 and I never fucking learned how to read.
Yeah, honestly though, that's becoming my life quicker than I would hope for. But and then the other person that that I've started working on the cosplay for today was Yoshindo, or I think that's how you pronounce it, from the provisional license exam. The guy with like if you look him up, you'd recognize him. He's the guy that can like move Earth.
Earth guy that kind of looks like Midoriya.
Yeah, but like with black hair and like he doesn't wear a shirt.
He's cool.
He is cool. I'm very excited for that one. Like I started making like the headpiece for him today.
That's sick. That's a pretty not awful cosplay to do.
Yeah, no, and it's especially because been trying to get back in shape as of recently, so like I'll be in shape for the cosplay. I won't feel self-conscious not wearing a shirt for once in my life.
Well, you don't have to worry about that with Aizawa's costume.
Oh yeah, no, I've extra layers for Aizawa.
Sick. Yeah, Aizawa and Sero are my favorite, and I always space on his name, but the guy with the bird head.
Wyatt Tomak,
yeah,
something like that. I'm blanking like too. I know who you're talking about. The guy with Dark Shadow as his quirk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The one with the big shadow birdie guy.
Shadow Birdman. Birdman the other day, and my roommate was like Hawks, and I was like, no.
No, the other one. The
other bird guy out of like the 5 that there are.
Oh, speaking of Hawks, spoiler alert for anyone listening that isn't caught up all the way through season 4 yet, by the way, this is your only warning. That last fight with Endeavor and
Ruby, check your phone.
And
yeah. What did you do?
I sent you a message.
On what? Instagram?
Instagram?
Are you guys talking behind my back?
Yeah, totally. We're talking shit. This stupid fucking kid is so annoying. No, I'm kidding.
Fine. Hangs up. Just hear the little boop.
No, I fucking love that show so much.
So it's a fantastic show. I love it.
It's not loading, girl. I don't know what you're looking at.
I just sent you a message that said, I totally know what's going on right now. I was hoping you would just breathe.
But yeah, no, with My Hero Academia, I'm also working on a couple, I'm planning on starting a couple other cosplays. Gentle, the villain that appears in season 4 for a minute.
Love Gentle.
I fucking love him. He's my favorite out of all of them. Like he's so pure. It was just unfortunate circumstances that made him a villain. I feel bad.
His backstory made me almost cry.
Yeah, no, because
what the fuck is this shit? And who said this was okay?
The one where he's talking to his mom and his mom was like, "This is your 4th time you haven't passed," and he's like, "It's okay, I'll get it next time." And I was like, "Oh, my boy,
baby." child.
And then when he, but this is more spoilers, by the way, if you aren't at season 4, but I already dropped a spoiler alert, so it's these people's faults at this point if they're still listening.
It's out in the air. It's fine.
Yeah. The one where like he was trying to save the guy by throwing up the hard air and then blocked the hero and ended up getting the guy crushed. I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's the last thing my boy needed.
I know. It's
And
really heartbreaking.
And the look of like absolute terror in his eyes and sadness at what he'd done. I was like, oh.
The show is so
Baby.
good. It's such a good show. I love it so much. Gina! She's talking about this bitch. Oh my god, we're talking and she just slowly pans. She takes her iPad and slowly pans it in the frame. Oh fuck! And it's just like an intense bass boosted double chin picture of Devin Bostic as Roderick doing that.
It was all method. I had to do it.
I hate this. Okay. I guess that means we should stop talking about My Hero.
I'm sorry.
We'll talk about My Hero next time you guys have me on when I inevitably get popular with MHA cosplay.
Yeah.
That works.
Do it.
We already did an anime episode a while ago.
Well, you're gonna have another one next time you have me on.
It's fine.
If you have me on the next
a few subjects.
Oh, we need to have Nicole back on because last time that was really fun. She's our friend. She's an actor in Atlanta, and she was a extra on Stranger Things.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you should.
I've honest to God never watched Stranger Things. I'm gonna be real with you. I never watched any of it.
Highly recommend it. But she was telling us that there's a mall scene. So there's a mall scene, and she was like, "Yeah, no, that's haunted." And we were like,
"She told us the story." So this guy killed his girlfriend and dumped her body in the subway. It was Subway, right?
Yeah, it was Subway. So the mall itself like shut down, and then I guess these producers were like, "Oh, it's the '80s, so we gotta like
abandon mall."
They bought the property and redid it, and I think now it's an actual like normal functioning mall again.
It's not.
There's no such thing as a normal functioning mall in 2020. Are you insane?
You're right. I used to work at a mall.
Yeah, it was on my page, and I scrolled, and this girl was going to look for it, and she said it's abandoned. But whatever. I was so tempted to comment. Somebody got murdered in there, right?
That's my favorite thing because I'm a true crime fan, and anytime like someone says something like that, I'm like, murder happens, right? So, okay, real quick, how did you get started in playing all your instruments and stuff, and how did you get started writing music?
I started playing my instruments because, my dad plays guitar, so I was like, I want to do that because guitar was cool, and I learned guitar. Or at least I started learning guitar, gave it up for a while. Then I got to about 6th grade where I went to summer camp for the only year of my life and learned how to play Good Riddance, Time of Your Life from one of the counselors there. And from there, my guitar playing just kind of kept going. And then in 7th grade, I started playing trombone in band and got pretty decent at that. I, honest to God, wouldn't have played trombone if I didn't see it. And my first thought was Slidey Boy.
Slidey Boy.
Honest to God, though, I saw the trombone and I was like, Slidey Boy. And then that thought cracked me up for the next few days. I was like, okay, I have to play this instrument now. And
something she would send me at 3 a.m.
I love it.
On Instagram. I just open it, picture, and that'd be the caption.
And I started writing music. I didn't start writing music until recently because I didn't start writing music until after my TikTok stuff started kicking up because I would do live streams, right? And people would be like, you should write your own music and put out music because you're really good at playing. And I was like, oh, okay. And I kind of just wrote it off as people being nice. And then it became an overwhelming request. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll write my own music. And I started off writing this song about an ex that I had recently parted ways with. And that's the first song that I released, the one that came out most recently. And she heard it and was like, "Oh, is this about me?" And I had to bold-faced lie to her and be like, "No."
Oh yeah.
Why would? Because by the time the song came out a few weeks ago, like she and I have been broken up for almost two years now. Almost 3 years. So like it would be really weird for me to admit that it was about her all this time later. Like if it had come out like a week after, maybe like it would have made sense, but like it didn't. So
Gotcha.
yeah. I just kind of started writing music due to popular demand, and I found out that like I have stories to tell. I have feelings to express, which I hope to keep being able to convey through music here going forward.
That's awesome. I love that. And do you want to plug that on Spotify real quick right now?
Oh yeah. Silly me not plugging my own stuff. JuliusJoestar on Spotify. JuliusJoestar. Go follow on Spotify. Add all my music to playlists. You know, do what you want to do. Or don't and say you did. I don't control you.
He won't know. He's not gonna find you.
I don't know.
Oh, that's what you think.
Oh.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons,
that's a joke.
Ruby, closing thoughts.
Thank you for coming onto the show, Julius. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. It was a fantastic experience.
Awesome.
Yeah, ditto. It was funny. I was thinking, maybe we should ask Julius if he wants to come on. He'll probably say no. And then she messages me like 5 minutes later when the thought, she's like, "Yo, we should get Julius on the show."
Yeah.
I was like,
at that point, you just say, "Good idea," and roll with it.
Yeah.
And then she told me you said yes, and I was like, "What?"
I love being on podcasts. It's fantastic. It's my favorite thing ever. Because it's like, it's kicking it with new people and just kind of chilling. And especially when the podcast is run as if it's like just a conversation like this one has. Like I've been on a few podcasts, and one of them wasn't that great because it was just like question, answer. And it was like, there was no room to just kind of like vibe, you know? Whereas this one was fantastic. One of the best I've been on so far.
Aww.
If not the best, because you guys vibe the hardest.
Sick. That Gina, we vibe the hardest.
We vibe.
We're cool with the kids.
We are a vibe.
Awesome. Well, awesome. Did you want to plug anything else real quick before we sign off?
Yes, 100%. Go follow me on Instagram and TikTok at I am JuliusJoestar. Standard spelling, no spaces, no caps. And follow me, or well, not follow, but subscribe to my YouTube, JuliusJoestar, same spelling as the Spotify account.
Awesome. And we'll also have those linked in the description too for anybody.
Yeah.
I almost forgot my Twitter. JuliusJoestar. Same shit. Same names. So just look up JuliusJoestar, you'll find me.
All right. I was gonna say DM Ruby your stuff, and she'll send it to me, and I'll put it in the description.
Awesome. I will 100% do that.
Sick.
Or DM me if you want to follow me back on TikTok, but that's fine.
Well, just message me on Instagram your @ and I'll follow you back. Jesus Christ, no need to be hostile.
Well, said the one who was going to hang up because I didn't follow him back on Instagram.
That's true. That's true. Touche.
You got these.
Anyway. Yeah, follow the podcast on everything, guys. All of our links, all of Julius's links will be down below. And this was like a really fun episode. I think this might be like my new favorite episode.
Good.
Saying. So, yeah, with that being said, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.